Hey everybody, Jill and I would like to welcome you to Flux Friday. Uh, I don't know which one this is, 13, something like that. Yeah. Uh, well, it's nice to be here. It's nice to be any place. Uh, been in the house a lot. I'm going to stay in the house a lot. This is not over. Uh, Man, open them up. And man, y'all don't go rushing over to the bar, and you don't have to do that. I know you want to talk to somebody, but there are probably other ways. I'm going to dig a hole here if I'm not careful. So I'm just going to go on about my show. Today's show is for W.O. Smith. It's a great place. I've done a lot of things for W.O. Smith over the years, and I think it's a good way to give back to my community. It's affordable, quality instruction, music instruction, for anybody in the lower income parts of Nashville. But you don't have to want to be a musician for a living to get into this. But it probably we probably find a lot of great musicians that way. I mean, who didn't think they had the instinct or the quality, and they did, and just rose to the occasion. So I want to give today's portion to them, and I hope you donate generously. I'm going to play a little song here by my mentor, Mr. Josh Graves. So this is called The Foggy Mountain Rock. Thank you very much. I'm looking for something that has an applause button, so it'll make me feel like you're there. I know you're there. You tell me you're there. Good enough for me. Really good. This was a sad week and a happy week for us around here. around my house and some other communities scattered around the country. Um, my good friend Jimmy Metz, who was fighting ALS, passed last week. Pretty much right after we finished this show, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know until later on that night. But I'm going to miss him. He was a good friend. Jimmy took me. We lived in Ohio when we played bluegrass music together, coming up as little kids, but before that we were pals. We were just pals. He played football. I played football. We had a great time. He was a quarterback or a halfback for his high school team there in Garrettsville, Ohio, and I played in Leavesburg for a team. My school was called LeBray, and so we both really enjoyed, having the sort of license to put on a bunch of pads and run up and down the field as fast as we could into each other, which caused one of the two some damage. And I think Jimmy and I came out of it unscathed more times than not. But he took me once I was 14, and he took me to get a razor because I all of a sudden thought I needed to shave. I don't even remember why, but Jimmy said, "Okay, we're going to go get you a razor," and he was a couple of years older than me, so he drove me to the apothecary, and I got some shaving cream and one of those double-edged. You could really hurt yourself with these things, but guys, man, shaved with them all through the wars and everything, so they're good. Wilkinson sword steel. That leads me to another thing, but I'll get off of that later on. But I'm just tangent man. But Jimmy got me. He said, "Okay, we're going to go on. We're going to try it out." So we went back to his house, and I shaved for the first time, and I couldn't tell the difference. And for a week, I don't think it helped. But Jimmy was one of my best friends, and I know that Carolyn and Cecil and Brian and Jennifer and Becky are all really going to miss their dad, and it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. My heart's with you. I'm feeling pretty bad too. And on the other hand, this sort of new life happens too, and the fellow that has been out with me for the last couple of years that plays saxophone, Jamel Mitchell, he and his wife Shonda had a little boy the other day. His name is Maze. So welcome to the world, Maze. And you've got a wonderful life ahead of you with your wonderful, sweet parents and your dad's music. Oh my God, you have royal blood going through your veins. You need to learn to play a horn and follow in the footsteps of your father and your grandfather, who wrote all of those great horn tracks for all the Al Green records and so much stuff for Stax and so much beautiful stuff that was cut in Memphis. He was responsible for all of those horn parts of your grandfather, Maze. So, man, what a lucky cat you are. So, I'm going to play a song now. Got your mask on? I guess you don't have to need it on right now, but I hope you washed your hands before you clicked me on there. Did you? Okay. I don't know why I said clicked me on it, but it's sticking with me. So this is a song written by a guy named Kenny Baker, who played the fiddle with Bill Monroe a couple of different times, but just was, you speak about Bill Monroe fiddlers, Kenny Baker's name comes up right away, along with Bobby Hicks and scores of other great fiddle players. But I'm going to play this song called Jerusalem Ridge. Doesn't lay the greatest on a dobro, but we'll get through it. I just think it's a great song. Nice ending for that song, don't you think? Right into a Christmas song. It's just what was there. It was leftover stuff from last Christmas, so I just let it go. Oh man, what a wonderful day! It's IBMA nomination day, and they put out all the nominations today, and hats off to everybody who got a nomination. All wonderful, and really amazing people who play their instruments great, sing great, and it's the cream of the crop is what the IBMA nominations are all about. I mean, and especially today, they put out the Hall of Fame nominees, and I think it's been way past time, and it finally happened for the Newgrass Revival, for Sam and Courtney, Curtis, and Ebo. I saw those guys play in Berryville, Virginia. They would put them on late at night because they didn't want to piss off the old timers there in the crowd. So as soon as all those people had gone back to their campers to jam, they would put on Newgrass Revival and Breakfast Special and Leroy Savage and Frank Greathouse, and I'm trying to remember that. You guys remember the name? Oh, what was it? Oh, I had it till we started this. Anyway, Newgrass Revival changed everything. Made it okay for bluegrass people to play rock and roll songs, and but they didn't just play rock and roll songs. They went at it, and they got every piece of it. They got all of the integrity of any song they went after, tried to do. I heard them do Prince of Peace several times. I even saw a guy threaten to pull the old cable on them if they played one more song and they started into it. He pulled the cable. Those were the old days when things like that happened. But it was funny, and at the time I knew the guys, so I don't think they thought it was funny right away, but later on they kind of did. But I saw the band in its different what do you call it? And the band with Bela and Pat and John Cowan, there were two Newgrass Revivals, and they were both great. They're both great in their own way. But I'm more partial to the last one because they're closer friends of mine now. But I loved the other band too. It just broke some ground that had never been ever even looked at in bluegrass music. And these guys were bluegrass musicians, loved and honored the traditions of bluegrass, but just wanted to bring their own. They just wanted to bring their own voice to it. And they did a great job. And also the Johnson Mountain Boys are in there too. And those guys used to run out on the stage like a real bluegrass band should, and play and tear it up. And Dudley Cannell is one of the guys. I know there are other really important guys in the band, but Dudley Cannell to me, Eddie Stubbs, and Dudley works for the National Council for the Traditional Arts, so he and I have kept in constant contact over the years, and I just love Dudley. Called him up to do a thing with me one time that was being broadcast to India, I think, and it was fun. But I called up Dudley. I said, "You want to be a part of something historic and really fun, and we'll just have a really good time with it and see how it goes." And he came over and did that. I really love Dudley Cannell, and congratulations, Dudley, and all you fellas in the Johnson Mountain Boys, and to our own J.T. Gray right here, who owns the Station Inn, and has done maybe more for bluegrass music than anybody, because he's let us all play in his club when we didn't draw flies or when we draw too many people. And he'd say, "Boys, you got to calm it down." And all you folks, but I played in there with Kathy Chiavla and Edgar Meyer and Bela Fleck, and we did things with Maura O'Connell, Peter Rowan. We launched the Free Mexican Air Force in there, and just fun. We were just having fun. We used to have a thing called the Wednesday night ass tear. We'd come down there and play. It was put together by a great fellow named Ed Dye, who's not around here anymore. But he would put these things together where all of us musicians in town would come in on a Wednesday night to whatever club he said to come to, and we would play free for beer, for whatever, just to play because we were in town. And I remember, and he would do things like one night he gave each person that came in that paid admission to come in, he gave them each a powdered sugar donut, and he said, and on my cue, throw the donut at the band. And they did. We weren't allowed to play there anymore because the beer and the sugar from the donuts mixed in a powerful way on the floor. You could ice skate in there after that. This is I'm playing a Deco. This is a 57 model 57 Deco guitar that's made by Paul Beard, and it's more like the old traditional Dobros. And man, we looked around, and the name Deco was not copyrighted, so we'll grab that up. He started building these Dobros because people were starting to look for old Dobros again, and I was playing all that Flat and Scruggs music with the Earls, and they wanted to go out and get something that sounded like that didn't sound like the hybrid huge guitars other guitars that we play. And I think he's done an excellent job with these. You can get them in a model 27, 37, and the 57, and there are probably others too. But it's just according to what sound you like. I've got all three, and I love them all for different things. But this is the one I play with the Earls the most. This is a song called "Gone to Fortingall" that I don't think I've played this song. I hope I haven't played this song. But this takes me back to Scotland and transatlantic sessions and things, and all my pals over there. And a while back I was thinking about moving to Scotland, but then I started checking it out, and hey, we've all got our troubles, and they're sorting through theirs, we're sorting through ours, and it's all going to turn out okay. But it was just funny. I thought, well, I'll go over here. These guys are great. They don't have any problems at all. Wrong. So I might settle on Nova Scotia. Same piece of rock, just drifted a little ways east. But here's a song called Fortingall that I wrote in Scotland. That's Gone to Fortingall, written over in Aberfeldy in Scotland. Oh, I'm going to play you one more song here and get off the air for today. And we'll see you next week. Do we have time to do another one before the 4th of July? One more? Yeah. Okay. We will. We will do it. We will do it. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to donate to W.O. Smith. Or you can donate to any of the things that we've done over the past few weeks. So you can donate to. Last week we did one for Jeff and Judge and Shelley Colvin, my friend who was unfortunate and a tree fell on him and his son. And they're in recovery now, doing very well. Thank God. And my old friend DJ McLaughlin just had a birthday not long ago. I want to celebrate him a little bit. And all of you out there, stay safe, and I hope we'll see you again next week, next Friday. It's a big day around here. We get all nervous and everything. Try different hats. It's a jungle out there, folks.